When I first got into the league, it was very top heavy. There was a few very good teams that, pretty much dominated the league.
Oh,
and Bamberg at the time was, they went one season only losing one game, and that's
that changed.
Yeah, that changed a lot.
Example.
Yeah, so.
John, it's so nice to have you here again. To be honest, we could have skipped all the intro questions about you because you are like the man of the first hour, I guess. So everybody probably knows something about you, but we would like to know a bit more about like your connection to the easyCredit BBL.
Okay.
So what was the first season you ever played in the BBL?
It was in 2010.
2000.
Yeah, and
so like it's, wow.
12 years ago.
Yes.
Yep, long time.
And for which club did you play?
Lazio Forum. That was my first station in the BBL.
Do you still know the first impression you got of German basketball?
Yeah, like when I first got here, it was a little bit different. Coming from, I played in the G League, the D League at the time, but the G League, and the rules are a little bit different. And I remember just being able to sit in the paint, like in the G League, you have to go in and out of the paint and not be inside the key so much. So just being able to be there and being in the help side was a lot easier for me, and just a good thing for me. And and just the physicality and the defense was a lot better here than in the G League.
Off the court, what do you still remember, like your first impressions of Germany so far, or Ulm?
Yeah. It's all right, we all mess up. I just remember just with the Ulmer Münster, like I remember seeing that and was pretty impressed by that, just not seeing any kind of big churches like that or old churches like that, and the history. And even in the parking garage they had different artifacts from just
no way.
That just were very old. And in the States things aren't really like that. They were trying to make everything modern, so just kind of stepping back in time a little bit was kind of cool. And just different overall, and especially always, and even today, just the language was always something
pretty hard.
Yeah. Something that was a struggle for me, but
Still a struggle?
Yeah, for sure.
So no German words for me today?
Oh, I can talk in German, but it just, if you want to have the real me and
the same with me.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can't be yourself and express your the exact words and be in a good flow, then these things are not so fun. And I think this is I would like to do it in German, and I probably could, and but I want everybody to see the real me, not the okay, I got to know this word and try to figure everything out in my head. And but this is,
you still have time.
Yeah, for sure. But at the moment, we're gonna do it in English.
All right. USA, Spain, Monaco, you bring comparative values. What makes the difference of the BBL?
Yeah, well, like I said in the first time, the physicality here, I think this is something that Germany's known for. And
even compared to Spain and Monaco.
Yeah. Like I think like the French league is definitely the more athletic league, so there's a lot of athletic guys and very talented players. But I played there for 2 months and played maybe 10 games or something, and it was definitely not going down to the low post here in Germany and having to hold my elbows up and protect myself. So it's definitely a lot more physical here. And then with Spain, it's definitely not as physical as here, but there's a lot more skilled players all around that are that, especially in Spain, the Spanish guys, they're that's their sport. Here basketball isn't so popular like it is in Spain, so there's a lot more kids in Spain that are playing basketball, and I think that translates onto the court, and they learn the skills. And here that it's like the physical, tough basketball, I would say.
All right, the German Championship 2014, you won it with FC Bayern Munich. Or maybe when you put Per Günther on a poster. I guess these are like
Yeah,
good
those
memories, or
special
maybe even the
memories,
best
yeah.
memories you have of the BBL, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or did I miss something?
No,
Did I forget something?
yeah, those definitely were the top two, and especially with Per, being with him for 3 years, and definitely the last 2 years in Ulm were definitely also special for me, not only personally, but just for the team success that we had with the amount of the budget that we had, and just the kind of players we had. We didn't have the big name all-star guys. We had guys that just wanted to work and wanted to win basketball games, and that's when you have the most fun. The big budget guys that bring in a lot of money, and
Right.
yeah, that always doesn't work out, and I think we can see that with what's going on throughout the league. But it's definitely those 2 years in Ulm were definitely special for me too.
You said it yourself earlier. You played in the BBL since 2010. Could you notice a change, maybe within the league, or
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
what did change?
Definitely, when I first got into the league, it was very top heavy. There was there was a few very good teams that pretty much dominated the league.
Oh, no.
And Bamberg at the time was they went one season only losing one game, and that's
That changed.
yeah, that changed a
For
lot.
example.
Yeah, so that's the biggest example. But now throughout the league, you have like the Krausheims, the smaller teams that are what is the other one? Chemnitz, like just teams that haven't been known for being basketball powerhouses that have made really good moves into the playoffs, and definitely evened out the league in more of the power struggle. But you still have the big budget teams that have all the names, but the basketball being played throughout the league is, I think, evening out, and the lower teams are catching up.
The next one is maybe a bit like a trick question, but who was the best teammate you've ever played with?
On the court or off the court? Is
You
the question.
decide.
Oh man. Man, there's a lot of players, and there's a lot of different reasons why one could be at the top. I'd say for sure, overall, the funnest and most memorable time was probably for sure Per. Like those 3 years, and his off the court and his on the court were I think a special combination for me. Just as I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a special
I think
guy.
it's true.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. So Per. Yeah, I say Per.
If you could found your own team, first, in which country would you do that? And then maybe in which city?
For sure in Germany, somewhere close to Munich, because that's where my family is at the moment.
How would you name that club?
Yeah. Something crazy that, just something that people would read and be like, have to look twice. So I don't know right now, but I know it'd be something, if you ever hear of a team that you have to take a second look at, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's John's team. So.
And which old teammate would be the head coach? Per Günther?
Nah.
Maybe it could, because like he's available right now, I guess.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. Now, probably the coach that I would want is probably Steve Esterkamp. He's the coach at Paderborn now, and he was a teammate of mine in Ulm.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
His philosophy and his love for the game when I was there, it was something that I would want for my team, because he wants the best for the team and also wants what's best for the players. So he's not out there trying to just win games and doesn't care about the players. He really cares about them and stays in contact, and that's the kind of relationship you want with a coach.
In the end, my final question: what are you looking forward to the most the upcoming season?
Yeah, just to play a full year on the same team. Definitely switching teams in the middle of the year, and definitely good to be in a situation where the coach and management respect my, the words that or when I talk to them, that they understand and know that I'm only trying to help, and that they listen. And that's a big thing. I think, NBC is, definitely one of the lower teams and lower budget teams. And I think with some different tweaks and different moves that they can make, I think, they can definitely, get out of that so-called lower bottom level and, surprise people, especially this year with, some of the guys that we have. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Thank you so much, John.
No problem, anytime.